huge. You really do. If you want to accelerate growth, you really do need good veterans that that are pros. They know how to handle their business, and they're willing to bring those young guys along, the right way. And Alex does do that. It really is. It's huge. I think sometimes it's just as beneficial, if not even more, than some of the coaching that goes with it. Once it gets supplemented, I know this, they really do. It helps astronomically. So he's doing good. And that's one of the benefits having Brockers in there too, by the way, in that room, especially with that, Levi and McNeil and Cornell and and Nick for that matter. It's been really beneficial.
Earlier this week, depth at cornerback. No Jerry, no AJ yesterday. I'm just curious, do you have any sense for their status heading into Sunday?
Yeah, so Jerry will be moving around today. We'll get him back out there going. He's good. He just had an illness, so he's good. And AJ, we'll get him moving around today too. He didn't go yesterday, but today he'll get some work. So we'll see where that goes. So we're looking better, that's for sure.
How about Jamal? He popped up yesterday, 5'2".
Yep, he's another one. Well, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't really know until really today. I think today will be the big test as to where we feel like he is and how he feels, and he's still got some strength in it, which is good. That's a positive, and it kind of popped up last week, but he finished the game for us and did really well. But we just won't know. That's Jamal. If he can go, he's going to go. It's just a matter of can he take a load. That's it.
Obviously, test positive for COVID. Just your thoughts on that. I mean, you get so locked into the job, I'm sure that you kind of forget that, we still in the midst of what's going on. Like, what's your thoughts on his situation and just the game plan? Does that affect anything at all this week?
Well, I told him he should have gotten vaccinated and he wouldn't have this problem. Wait, he was. So, yeah, look, that's tough. It's a bit of a downer. But I can tell you this, Phip has been all in. We've had him on the big screen in there, his big mug, and he's been going through the tape. And, and Jet Modkins, our assistant, and Mulebach's been doing a hell of a job filling in and helping. And, we gotten help from everybody. Everybody's jumping in to help. And we got a good core group, too. Those are pretty good guys with Germ and Woods and Kabinda and CJ and, it's a good Godwin. So it's a good core unit, and so they take it serious, and they kind of regulate themselves a little bit too. Like you could tell there was a little bit more ownership in it. Like, all right, look, man, Phip's not here. Let's get this right. So it's been good. It still stinks, especially this week, and I know for Phip, I'm sure he would want this. But yet he's still here in spirit, and he's up there, and like I say, he's still coaching even from home. So.
Role was sort of, vague when he first came here.
We just threw him right into the wolves. Like, go, Mule. Here's your debut.
Has he caught the coaching bug? Is he? Listen,
I think he's willing to catch whatever bug comes his way. Let's put it that way, because he kind of wants the scouting side of it, and he loves being a part of just the organization and sponsorship. Anything that he can be, just help us is really what he wants to do. But I know I don't want to say he's had toe in the water coaching. I think it certainly intrigues him, but I can tell you this, when you watch him interact with the players and coach, he's all passion, all energy. He'd be an outstanding coach. So I don't know, but I know this, whether he knows it or not, he just got sucked in. So he's been doing good.
You got a couple open roster spots. Obviously, you got a couple guys on IR that might be ready to return in Hand, Strong, and Decker. What's the outlook for that? And are those? Is that kind of what you're thinking with the
I would say Hand is the closest one to being ready to go, and he's another. We'll see what he looks like today. He had a pretty good day yesterday. We'll see how he feels after today's practice, how he wakes up in the morning, or after today, and go from there.
Retrospect, did you guys start the clock moving on Decker? Is that, or I know you said he had a setback, so it might be tough.
It's tough to say because all parties felt like it was the right time to do it. We felt like, hey, you know, he wanted to give it a go, and certainly we would love to have him back whenever he's capable, and so, you know, it's hard to look back and regret that move at the time, knowing what we knew and where we were all at, all parties, you know, and but here it is, you know.
Curious about the mechanics of leaving the roster spot. So we've seen it before. Is there always a plan in place, or do you like to have maybe that flexibility? Why make those moves midweek as opposed to Saturday when you could?
Yeah, look, well, I think some of it is just as far as the leaving a spot would be just, it gives you flexibility, not knowing what could pop up between now and game time if you leave one. The other is, you know, some of it maybe it's just a better time if you're going to let someone go, and, you know, maybe have a better chance of possibly getting them back in some capacity.
You have a fairly large taxi squad in the current setup. You brought up guys in the last couple weeks, Jalen being a good example. Is there anybody else in that group that's really been standing out to you the last few weeks that you'd like to get a look at, hopefully here in the next few weeks?
Yeah, out of that squad look, I mean, look, there's a number of guys that have. Yeah, there is, really. Now, will the opportunity come up, or are we going to be able to make that opportunity? I don't know. But, I mean, look, Craig Reynolds has been doing a hell of a job. Scrap's been doing a good job. Beckett, sorry. He's been doing a pretty good job, you know. I mean, Limonaire's been doing a good job. You know, we got Barry back a couple of weeks ago, man. He's doing a pretty good job. And some of these, it's just, a lot of it is development with some of these guys, but yet, you know, I kind of, well, we wouldn't have them here if we didn't like them. So there's something about them, and I think they're all doing a pretty good job, but those names that, you know, that I just threw out are pretty intriguing.
We got Scrap and Germ, like.
You better talk to, well, I don't know. You need to talk to DeLeon, Germ, and Anzalone, because don't ask me. I go with what they're named by. Everybody says that's their name, so. You call them by their real name, they don't even look at you.
That's pretty obvious. What would it mean to your team to get a win going to the bye and just with the weight off for a couple of weeks?
It would be big, you know. I mean, it would be. It would. Knowing that you get a win, and now we're going to be able to heal up and rest and kind of reset our clock, if you will, get everything back mentally, physically, emotionally. I think it would be big. You know, I think you're turning over a new leaf, if you will. It's validating what you're doing and where you're going. So certainly it would be big. But this isn't some easy opponent now. I mean, this team it's a good football team. They still have good football players over there. They can rush the passer. This quarterback's dangerous if you let him out of the pocket. And so this is, you know, shoot, they run a Rolodex on coverage and defense. You know, you don't know what you're going to get. So this is not going to be easy, but yeah, to answer it, yeah, it'd be huge.
Is it either he's ready right after the bye, or you shut him down for the season, or would you consider activating him and just sort of keeping him on the sideline for as long as he needs?
Yeah, I think all options are on the table. Everything's out there right now. You know, certainly we would, if it's not now, it would be after the bye, which is probably what it's looking like. But if it's not then, you know, and we have the spot available, we're not pressed to make a decision one way or another. Yeah, I mean, we'd be open to that.
Last Monday, totally random, but since you grew up in very rural Texas,
Yeah.
how'd you guys trick or treat back in the day? Like, you didn't have neighbors
How
necessarily.
did we what?
Trick or treat, it's Halloween on Sunday.
Oh, you know what? This is pretty good. So, yeah, our dad, whatever, me and my brother, he hated Halloween, by the way. Right? Oh, yeah, because that's like, you know, you got to wait for it to get dark. All right, so he's been working all day long, and that's one. Two is it's, you know, all right, we're going to go. I got to go drive around, let you guys get out, whatever. And so we would go drive to the nearest town, you know, which had about 400 people in it, by the way. So we'd drive out there, and it wasn't far away. I mean, you know, it was 5 miles or whatever, 5, 8 miles. So it's not like it was a huge trip, but you know, we'd load up and he'd just pull up, hurry up! We'd jump out, you know, be in our suits, have our bags. We had just the old paper bags, you know, run up there and do it. We just go from house to house, and if it was, we'd come run back to the house, and he's like, now look, just keep going. We're running house to house, come back, and the whole time he's yelling, hurry up. So anyway, but you know what, he did it every year. He did it every year, so.
House to house in that neighborhood, I mean, it was close enough to what?
Yeah, well, for that town, even as small as it was, yeah, I mean, you're running an acre or whatever to the next place, so. It's better than wasting gas, you know? So.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.